Well, hi there. How's it going, guys? Well, would you look at that? This is what you get when you take a bunch of stuff that you've got lying around and make beer. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that. This is a knockoff of... I know I always do that. I used to feel like this hat, which I found out the front many years ago, not on properly. Probably just too small. I have so many other nice hats around. People keep wanting me to wear this one. Anyway, this is a knockoff of something that was affectionately named the CraigTube Porter. Quite many years ago, well, a few years ago, I did an experiment where, I think I explained this in my last video. And so this is the result of that. So I'll put the recipe in the comment section down below if I can find it. But it's basically got some chocolate malt, some carapils, some Crystal 6, Crystal 80. I used some Cascade hops, I think I have in the freezer, dried leaf hops. And I used a Cooper's English Bitter. I love doing that. I love taking a pre-hopped kit that half the work's already done, really seriously, and building on it and making a beer. And what does it taste like? Oh, yeah, that's what it tastes like. No, it's delicious, guys. I mean, it tastes, it's got a nice chocolatey backbone. It's not like super sweet or anything, but it's got that nice, roasted chocolate malt backbone. It's got a little bit of sweetness in there from the carapils and the Crystal 80. It's got a little hop layer on top there, because I did add some hops to it for a 10-minute boil, or I think I had a couple. I don't remember. I'll put it down below once I figure it out. And a Cooper's English Bitter, which already has quite a bit of bittering hops in it. So you're starting with something that's already, got a lot of bottom end to it, a lot of, as far as the hops go, if that's what you call it. And then you're building on to that and, topping it off with more flavor. It's a great base for a beer if you're not really inclined or you don't have time to do a full boil or even all grain or anything like that. Excuse me. It's a great way to make beer. Got the carbonation nice. It's a porter. So this will knock, I don't know. I'm not going to knock any beer companies or anything like that, but I've enjoyed a few Guinness in my lifetime, and this is good. Okay, like I said, I'm not one to, criticize anything, but I don't think that this has any problem at all standing up to or even surpassing a Guinness. So that's just the way it came out. So I would brew this again and again and again. It's certainly a step up from just doing the kits for 20 minutes. You add the stuff to it, to throw it in this fermenter. It's a step up from that, definitely. And I don't care what anybody says. Well, I do, but this is every bit as good as any method of brewing that I've ever tried, really, as far as just the flavor coming out. I mean, if you're an all-grain brewer, which all of us should be, you might be able to tell a difference if you did this right from grains, because you may have you know what to look for a little bit more than some other people. But for my money and for my time, this is an awesome beer, so give it a try. Next time you're past the brew shop, pick up the stuff, and if you can't get the exact ingredients, don't worry about it. Substitute something. I had some stuff down there in the box, and I was like, what do you do with this? I went, looked it up, got John Palmer's book there. You look up the grains to see what to do with them, and it's wonderful. What a great way to make beer. It only took me about an hour, because you don't have to do a full boil. You see, because that part's already done. So you've got your malt extract, and you've got your hops already in there, boiled for an hour, or however long Cooper's does it, or whatever company you choose to buy it from. And you just do a 10-minute. You don't boil the kit. You don't put the kit in. You put the kit in last. You get some dry malt extract. It's so easy. I showed you in the last video. Anyway, it's delicious. In a glass that'll never break because it's plastic. Cheers. Oh. Yeah, I have no reason to tell you how good this is. I have no reason to tell you this is good if it's not. I'd be like, don't do this. It's bad. Don't put my name on one of these beers. It's bad. This is good. So, you know, and the grains sat around for a while. The hops have been in the freezer for about a year. I mean, I figured I just about to use this stuff up before it goes bad. And the grains are all, you know, they're not cracked yet. So I got my little crusher thing out and away we went. So there you go. It's good stuff. I didn't do a hydrometer reading on it. You can hear my furnace. It's freezing outside right now. It's all over the news. It's not that I watch too much news these days, but it's that you don't go outside. They'll tell you just don't go out. It's brutal out there. It's life. If you fall and you can't get up, like that old lady from years ago, you're dead. That's it. It's freezing out there. It's minus. I think it said something like -10 Fahrenheit, but it feels like -20 something or 30 with the wind chill. So my furnace is cranking, and I've got my kerosene heater down below here just in case the furnace decides to crap out, because that tends to be what happens, you know. Right with the time when you need it. I remember it was Christmas Day, or was it sometime we were having a dinner. It was one of those important days, you know, where you have a big dinner, got a turkey and everything. Oven decides to go, you know, belly up. So I had to take it over to the neighbor and put it in their oven. That was years ago. I've lived here for quite a long time. I've lived here for, believe it or not, I've lived here for 17 years, and I'm not making that number up. It's going on 18. And got a wine going on right now here. This is a California White. Dead easy. I mean, I don't even follow the instructions on that they give you with the thingy. You don't have to. You've just cut. You know, you're not cutting corners. You're just, you know, they say put it in a secondary. I don't bother. I leave it here for a couple weeks. Then I put it in the secondary and I clear it and I bottle it. And you've seen it. It's clear and it's beautiful. But I don't recommend that. Don't try that at home, because I don't think those wine expert people would enjoy me screwing up their instructions. You should follow the instructions to the letter until you figure out what's best for you. You know, but next batch is going to be a red. I've been drinking white wine for about 4 or 5 months now, and I think I'm ready to do a California red. I basically just do those two, California White, California Red. I'm not a big wine connoisseur. I've tried the different types and whatnot, and there's slight differences between them. I've tried the more expensive wine kits, the ones that are like over $100. They're supposedly better, you know, tasting. They have more juice in them versus just water. They're probably stronger alcohol-wise. But I didn't notice, it wasn't enough difference for me to go and spend the extra, you know, $40 or $50 on a more expensive wine kit. But that's just me. You know, if somebody else comes along who knows how to taste wine and everything, well, you might have a different experience than I do. I just like wine, that's all. But store-bought wine doesn't hold a candle to this stuff anyway. It's, you know, very good, this stuff. So, and I know that's kind of hard to believe, because you go out and you spend $20, $30 on a bottle of wine, and this costs me $2 a bottle, or maybe $3. And it tastes, I think it tastes better. It tastes less chemically, if you will, if that's a word. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's what's happening over here. There's the boats again coming in. What's happening? I don't know if you can't see it over there. There's another fermenter over there that's alive, and it's working on I think it's a black IPA. It's called. And I have a little bit of video to show you about that as well, plus a tasting when it gets in the keg, which was given to me for a birthday present from Robert. I'll just say his first name, Robert. His name is Beer Me Too in our chat rooms on vonlive.tv. So thanks, Robert. That was my birthday present from him. So I brewed it up. I didn't film it because it was a birthday present. I wanted to just brew it. I didn't want to film anything. I didn't want to, but I did take some shots of the ingredients and whatnot so I can show you guys, and part of the boil and whatnot, just to show you how it was done. And I think it's ready to, almost ready to put into a keg. Almost. They say give it 3 weeks. I don't know if I'm going to give it 3 weeks. Maybe 2. We'll see. So I think it's done as far as fermentation. Anyway, that's what's going on here in the CraigTube dungeon. You can see my mess back here. I've been cleaning some records with the spin clean. You clean them and you put them in the dish rack to dry. I know it sounds crazy, but if you guys want to learn more about stuff like that, you go to my vinyl channel. It's called Vinyl TV. And just search for that on YouTube and you'll find it. It's growing. The channel's growing nicely, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, so cleaning records. Got a computer here that I've been working on. It's got some issues. It's had some issues. I think I've got it figured out. Now it's a dual core Intel. What's it called? What do they call it? Core 2 Duo, I think they're called. They used to be called. So it's an older machine, but it still works. You can use it for stuff. I mean, you could, there's lots of things you can do with computers. Like, it's perfect for surfing the net, watching videos on YouTube and whatnot. I even used to broadcast with this computer, so it's, so there's no sense throwing these things out. You refurbish them, you put new hard drives in, you get them going. Yeah. So I like to do stuff like that. That's what I do down here. I brew, I fix things, I mess around, whatever. Oh, what's this? What do we got here? Hold on a minute. Apple juice. What are we going to do with apple juice? I don't drink apple juice, do I? I don't know. Maybe we can do something with that. You think? It's been sitting down here for a little while, just awaiting to come alive. So I'll be making some of that too soon. Get that going as well. I haven't made that in a while. So anyway, I am out of things to talk about, but I really would love to see some of you guys brewing this beer or a similar one. Get something, I don't care what brand it is, similar to a Cooper's English Bitter, something with something like an amber colored beer with a lot of bitterness to it. Okay, like a can, those things. A tin can. Oh God. And make a beer out of it. If you can do that, then you can do anything. So that's the way I look at it. It's awesome stuff. It really is good. Honest to God, I wish you guys could taste this. Well, you can. You can make it. Some people are saying something about the Crystal 80. I put quite a bit in there. I knew what I was doing because I wanted the beer to be what I call sticky, which is when you have a sweetness to it to counterbalance the bitterness of the chocolate malt. The chocolate malt, this is what I do when I'm throwing together something like this. You taste the grains. You taste them. Okay. Yep. Oh, that's that one's kind of bitter. Some of these chocolate malts, these dark roasted malts, it can be fairly bitter. It's like eating like raw coffee. So you think to yourself, okay, that's gonna it's gonna be in there. So we want something to balance that out. So we're gonna throw in some Crystal. As soon as you think about those two things, you're thinking porter. In my mind, it's just it's the beginning steps for me of what this was going to become, was those two things. And then I found some other ones and put them into, and it's fun. You can't go wrong. I mean, just look the grains up that you have, look them up and see, how much of this should I be putting in. You don't want to put 500 grams of chocolate malt in something because it's going to be just way too much. You're going to, almost undrinkable. So just, I'm not a master brewer, honestly. And I've been doing this for over 10 years now, 11, 12, I don't know how long this has been going on now. And I'm not. I'm a guy who just likes to make beer, likes to drink it. I like to show you guys how I do it. And you do it however you want. It's up to you, So I'm just so glad that you're along for the ride. I really appreciate all you guys and your comments and everything and your kindness. So thank you very much. Please make sure if you haven't already subscribed, you do subscribe to this channel and click the bell down there so that you get notifications when I post a new video, because I never know when I'm going to post one. So this way you'll know. As soon as it gets posted, you'll know about it. So, all right. Well, thank you very much for watching. Please keep brewing that beer. Stay warm. And we'll see you real soon. Vinyl TV. Make sure you check that out as well. Subscribe if you can. And I'll see you guys real soon. Thanks for watching. Cheers. How do you do that? No. Yeah. There you go. Haven't done that in a while. 17. See you guys.